Chad Hasty Show, News Talk KFYO. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Well, it's time to talk about something fun, and in a good way. The Second Amendment, firearms, and more with Sky Stracener at SS Outfitters, Highway 114 near Levelland. Sky, what is going on today, my friend?
Man, we're learning about this guy named Beto. That's all people have been talking about.
Really? I haven't heard of him.
It's like this criminal running for president or something.
See, what I said, and I don't know. I like to give out advice, as you know, Sky. Mm-hmm. And we've got the fair coming up here in Lubbock, and you've got the Democrat booth. And what I said the Democrats need to do is they need to get a cutout of Beto and dress him all in black, right? And then on his shirt, it can say, "Coming for your guns."
Yeah.
And it could just be like he's creeping along.
Oh, yeah.
I think it sends the message they want to send.
That's exactly right. So that's been the hot topic ever since he popped off and said that. So, anyways.
Yeah, it's just it's been amazing. It's been sad to see, and how many people just clapped for him on that statement too.
I know it, and it won't solve a problem at all. So, anyways.
What do you make, before we get into all the good stuff that you have, and man, you've got some good stuff in stock today.
This week has been good on receiving.
Yeah, you've got some really good stuff. But before we get to that, I wanted to get your opinion on the gun manufacturer Colt announcing that they are, at least for right now, they're going to stay away from the consumer market with AR-15s and long rifles, it looks like.
Man, the guys I talk to on a daily basis, the places we buy stuff from, RSR Groups, Sports South, Lipsy's, the big wholesalers, all my salesmen, we talk every morning, and we're not surprised by it. We don't think it's some swing at or anti-gun type deal. Not trying to sell ARs to the civilian market because of that. But I was talking to you earlier this morning about it. I think they're just going where the money's at, and I think the government contracts, that's where they want to be. That's how they got big in the AR market to begin with. It's because of all their law enforcement military contracts. All their ARs back in the day were always stamped law enforcement only on there. So that's where they kind of started on a bunch of that, and that's where they're going back to. And I was reading an article this morning. It's been just flying on Facebook. Lots of guys are jumping in there. Oh, I'm not going to buy a Colt again. They're anti-gun now, and I don't feel that way. I don't see it that way. They said that there's a demand, and they've won more contracts with law enforcement, military stuff, and that's where they're going to focus on. And I mean, I can't blame them for it. It kind of sucks for us, the consumer, to the guys that want the Colts, but I haven't really sold that many.
I was about to say, I don't remember you even bringing up a Colt AR. When the crazy 2008 Obama days, when he was running and won, that was one that moved, because at that time, not everybody and their dog was building ARs and making there wasn't near that many manufacturers. Back then, it was just Bushmaster, Rock River, Colt, DPMS, and just not near as many, and everybody does it now. And so I sold quite a few back then, but here lately, with all these different companies out, they just have kind of offered more. Colt kind of didn't do as much. They weren't as aggressive, I think, in the civilian market, and these other companies kind of prevailed, and I don't know. So that's I got nothing against them for doing it. I'm not going to carry a Colt in here. I'm not going to run them down. It's just it's business, and that's where they went. Yeah, I think it's a business decision. The only thing I think they went wrong with was the timing. It's the worst possible timing.
With Walmart and everybody else going anti-gun. It looks bad, and people are going to throw them down on Facebook and stuff because of it. Timing was bad. But Chad, in the past 2 years, it's been on and off. They've been filing for bankruptcy, or stuff's always been coming out that the Colt was in trouble, this, that, and the other, and money stuff. So this, maybe this is going to help them out, and this is what they need to do to stay in business. So, but even the 1911 market from Colt has not been very strong. They have came out with a whole new the King Cobras, and the Cobras are all out against some of the snake guns or revolvers. Those have been out, and people have been buying those. But yeah, I don't know. They haven't really done a whole lot here lately that we've been selling.
Yeah.
So, anyway,
well, let's talk about
them,
let's talk about some of the stuff you do have in stock, and I want to start off with two guns that I don't think are going to last very long.
in your shop?
I got my list knocked out of people I was supposed to call, but we got some more of those auto ordnance, the Donald Trump 45th President Edition, 1911. It's got his face on the left side, and on the right side, it's Donald Trump, 45th president. Really cool. They're $10.50 plus tax. They'll be sold today. Somebody, if you want them, just call me. I'll hold them for you, and y'all can come out and get them. But it's a nice gun, and I've seen other like Trump style guns, like other little attempts to do this, and this is by far the nicest one. The little machine laser engraving that they did on the gun looks really, really good, and it's a cool gun. But I do have two of those. If anybody wants them, like I said, they're $10.50 plus tax, and they won't last long. So I've only ever got, I think these are maybe the 10th one I got in since they started doing this. So it's been moving good. So if you want one of those, holler, and I will hold on to them for you.
Yeah, they look great. It says "Make America Great Again" on one side. It's a picture of Trump's face on the White House, and on the other side, Donald J. Trump with the presidential seal. I mean, it's just a cool looking.
It is. It's a cool gun, and maybe worth something one day.
Yeah, absolutely. Now this is going to really trigger Beto. What you have, this the Texas lowers, that's going to trigger them.
Yeah, we sell. And so here lately, like the AR sales, the guys have been on the fence. They came and got it once he said what he said. But we sell a ton of lowers. Guys just like to build lowers, tinker with them, kind of put the special triggers and the parts and stuff in them to make them more theirs. And I have a bunch of these Aero Precision lowers. I got 20 of them in yesterday, and they're flat dark earth, and I have the black versions. They're $90 plus tax. They're originally $120. They got the state of Texas on one side with the star cut out in them on the magazine well. So if you want to build your own AR, come on and get that. And I have a wall full of the parts. I have countless people come in and go, man, you have so many more parts in here than other places, and that's just a big market. Guys like to buy these receivers and make their first AR pistol or AR-15, however they want to do it. So Aero makes some really good stuff. The quality on them is really, really good. They're not as cheap as some of the Andersons and other stuff, but they got cool little pieces on them that I think makes it worth the extra money. And another deal I got is the Texas Edition upper. It's got right where the charging handle is on the upper. It's got a little Texas engraved in it too. So I have those in black and flat dark earth, and they're $95. So if you want one of them, come in, snag them. So
what rifles do you have in stock?
Yesterday, so some of the ARs I do typically sell and sell faster. A company called Bravo Company Manufacturing, BCM. They make a very, very high quality, high-end AR. I got the pistol version, 11-inch pistol. It's $1,400. I got the 16-inch rifle. It's $1,300. And then the St. Victor 308 and the St. 5.56. I've been selling a ton of that 308, that St. 308. That is moving really, really well. It's $1,250 plus tax. And all these guns are already all tricked out from the factory. If you just want to find a gun to put a good optic on and go hunting, go hog hunting, go coyote hunting, these guns work really, really well for that. Last week, Chad, whenever I was gone on Friday, you had people showing up at 1 o'clock whenever I got here, and I sold those SIG tread rifles, both the ones I had. I got two more of those in. They're $800 plus tax. They're really cool because they got a free float handguard, 16-inch bead blasted barrel. Trigger's really nice on them. They got a bunch of little aftermarket parts on them, and for $800 for an AR-15 that's got all these little bells and whistles on it from SIG, that is a really, really good deal on an awesome AR. So if you want that, holler at me. I still got an FN Scar 308. It's $3,300. It needs a good home. Probably wheel and deal with somebody on that one. Also, I did some trading this week. I got a bunch of used pistols. I got a used STI 9mm. I got a really nice Colt Trooper. If anybody's looking for a good Colt Trooper 357 mag, 4-inch barrel, $800. Blue on it's about 95%. Gorgeous gun. So got a bunch of cool handguns. Chad, the 365 XL's been flying this week. I had two guys come in yesterday, said that's what I want. Showed it to them, and they fell in love. It's either the 365, the original, the XL, or the Glock 43X. That's all people are buying right now for concealed carry stuff. Been blowing through a ton of holsters, and guys are signing up for our class. We have a class tomorrow. Got about 25 people signed up right now. It's $100, $85 for students and veterans. Starts at 9. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock. You'll be done. So if you want to sign up for that, please just call us, and we'll get you put in there. But it's been pretty busy. A lot of stuff going on. So
good. And I hear, at least on the text line, at least this person has heard, you still have 5 bird dog pups left.
Yeah, got them. So, I got one bird dog poodle here. Maverick, come to find out, for a Labrador, is a heck of a dove dog.
Hey, there you go.
But anyways, so but yeah, got a ton of stuff. A lot of guys have been coming here buying our Christensen rifles, getting ready for their elk hunt and mule deer hunts and stuff. So if you want to get a rifle, throw a scope on it. I got some cool thermal in from Pulsar. It's the new Thermion style. Mounts just like a regular scope, but we got a lot of stuff. We got the Texas Tech out the front switchblade knives that have sold really good, and silencers, Chad. Right quick, been selling a bunch of silencers again, and I'm starting to finally get back the January of this year. So it's getting a little bit faster now if you want to run as an individual. But been moving a bunch of suppressors, and guys that are picking them up, today and this month, they're going to find out in the next month how awesome it is to hunt with a suppressor and not, blow your ears out and, make everybody mad around you. So if you want to...
Did you say that the paperwork, it's moving that fast that by January of this year?
Well, so what we did right now, I'm getting the first couple weeks in January of 19 back. So it had been a year, then it went to 11 months, 10 months, and we're humming around 9
months.
Right
yeah.
So it's slacking off a little bit. I don't know if they're catching up from their the government shutdown deal, that little hump right there. But it is it's speeding back up. So
that's pretty good.
I think I wish it was back to the 4 and 6 month days, but I don't know that we're going to get to that point because so many people are taking that gun money they had. They don't need another gun. They're listening to their wives, I guess, for once, and they're buying a silencer now to put on all those guns they have. So anywho, it's fun to have. I love hunting with mine. I'm getting my second one here pretty quick. I hope. I have to wait just like everybody else does. So. But anyways, love them. If you got any questions about them, call me. I'll explain it all to you. And we do all your paperwork here, so we try to make it as easy on you as we can. So.
Very good. Sky, tell people what your hours are and how they can sign up for that class.
Tuesday through Friday from 10 to 6:30, 10 to 5 on Saturday. And go to our website, ssoutfitters.com, tells you where we're at. And that's where you can sign up for the LTC class. And Garrett just showed up right now. He's got a lady coming later today. They're going to do a one-on-one class. We offer that too. Lots of people come out, kind of get their confidence built up by Garrett on the shooting deal. So if you ever want to come out and do that, holler at us. We'll set you up a time to do that too. So
very good, Sky. As always, appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Chad. Have a good one.
You too. That's Sky Stracener, SS Outfitters, Highway 114 near Levelland. It's where I purchased my firearms, and you should as well.